We've been on a nice stretch here where we haven't had the warmest of temperatures, but needless to say, we saw those upper 80s return in a few spots, and the official high in Hagerstown got to 86 degrees. So we've been running about 5 degrees above average. We're typically in the lower 80s in early September, and that warmth is still continuing out there today as we keep on seeing southerly winds and also a decent bit of sunshine as we head into the afternoon. It's already up to that typical average high for this time of year of 81 degrees. And look at the dew points. They have gone up quite a bit too since earlier this morning, as we now have dew points in the upper 60s, starting to get a little closer to 70. So it's starting to feel muggy out there just before this next cold front rolls its way in. So again, we have temperatures, yes, in the 70s in a few spots, but 80s have already overspread into the eastern panhandle and parts of western Maryland. We didn't even get to the 80s until about the mid-afternoon in a few spots yesterday. So that's how much faster we are warming up. Clouds have certainly started to roll in across the four-state region, but you can see those higher clouds back off to the north and west where that cold front is starting to make its approach. We're already seeing a bit of activity just out ahead of that cold front across western Pennsylvania into Ohio and West Virginia. And once this front moves its way our direction, that's when things are going to start to pick up here in our neck of the woods, as we are still expecting showers and storms to be common this evening and early tonight. So those storms are expected to roll in around sunset. The timing's backed up a little bit. We'll start to see those first cells around about 4 to 5 o'clock, and then it really gets stormy during that sunset time frame. 6 to 8 o'clock is when that line of storms should move in. And now we are losing daylight and also that energy source once those arrive here, but still damaging winds and still some flash flooding are threats with any storms that do turn severe. So we have to watch out for that as things roll through tonight, but we're going to clear out pretty rapidly on Thursday. Showers will be done by 8 o'clock in the morning or so, and then it's going to be a beautiful next few days after that. Still a slight risk in effect across the northeastern portion of Maryland, clipping Frederick and Montgomery counties from the Storm Prediction Center. That's a 2 out of 5 on the severe scale, but the marginal risk has been expanded even further west. So that just shows you the possibility that threat for a few severe storms out there later this evening across the entire four-state region. So let's time this out. Still quiet by 1, even 3 o'clock, but we are going to finally start to see those first cells popping up closer to 4 and 5 o'clock ahead of that main line of storms. But here we go. Once we get past 5 o'clock, that main line rolls in. It's going to be a bit broken at times, but it certainly is going to traverse right through from west to east. And notice by 10 o'clock how this is going to be through the heart of the area. So it's going to start being pretty dark out there with the sun setting. Those storms should weaken a bit. We're still likely to see some showers by your Thursday morning, but then we see any precipitation, and the clouds are still going to be about, but we are still going to have some sunshine in place by the end of the day on Thursday, setting us up for a beautiful end to the week. And here's a look at those threats that we could potentially see. Again, mostly going to have to watch for areas that see heavy rainfall for a good amount of time for any sort of flash flooding. These storms should be moving through fast enough that that's not too much of a concern. Gusty winds, the main thing here. As that line moves through, we could have gusts up to 60, maybe even 65 miles an hour in those strongest of thunderstorms. So it's the only active day, though, we have to worry about. After that, we clear out Thursday. Beautiful Friday with a cool night in the 50s as well. And then we do start to warm back up toward the end of the weekend and early next week, but no major storm systems involved there, as it's going to be completely dry through next Tuesday.